Welcome back. We just got to this part of the map. We were just released from a van where we had been captured with our dad. We were broken out and we're following the drone back to Russell's lab. Russell is our dad's friend who works with us in the whatever you kind of call it as far as working against the Combine. And so now we're going to climb up here and continue to follow the drone. And climbing up ladders. Oh no, not our That was very mean of
Alex,
you.
everything cut out for a second. I lost the headset video feed. Can you see my drone? Is it okay?
No, it's not okay.
Sure. Yeah, I'll be there in a minute.
Alright. And this is just such a cool sight. I'm just enjoying the view for a moment. And it's teaching us to mantle, which is cool. I just want to get a better, closer look to that thing. Okay, so you need to push and hold while moving. And then we walk over that. Okay, so now we're gonna lift this up, go inside. And weird having a bunch of cameras looking at you in an apartment. All the old VHS tapes is definitely a reminder from my childhood. Crazy. There we go. Alright.
Alex, great. Okay, let's... Wait, my drone's okay, right?
No.
Nope, it exploded. I'm fine, by the way.
Right, good, well, that's the main.
Russell, they've got Dad.
I know. This is bad. They're gonna find out what he knows, and then... Yeah, they're gonna kill him.
Oh, God.
But, the good news is, we've got something they don't.
Which is?
My plan to get him back.
Great. Let's hear it.
Now, pretty soon they're gonna realise that your dad is not gonna talk. And when that happens, he's off to have his brain sucked out.
Russell.
Potentially. Maybe not, though. I mean, they could just drill into
Stop.
his... Oh, yeah, still your dad. Right, well, what they will do is take him by train from here. This is Eli to Nova Prospect.
And if he gets on that train, that's it, right?
Not necessarily. Grab something that represents us.
We've got this.
Okay, that's you.
I thought you said us.
Well, one of us, me, will have to stay here for this plan to work.
All right, fair enough.
Just outside, there's a second train that also leads out of City 17 through the quarantine zone.
Okay.
Both trains intersect here at Fairview Junction. You take your train, get there before his train, and hack into the controls. That'll let me take over the system. Train comes to a halt, you deal with the Combine situation, and
Yeah,
we get your dad
easy
back.
peasy.
Sounds good. Where's the train I'm taking?
Out the back, through the yard. It's decommissioned, but I think I can hack into its controls. Oh, and get yourself a pair of Russells on the way out.
Russell's?
The gloves, Alex. You know, the gravity gloves. I have a few sets through there. You can calibrate them out by the shed.
Got it.
We can do this, Alex. You got that, didn't you, that I said we could do it? We're gonna do it.
Yeah, we are.
I'm with you every step of the way.
Okay, so you still have your headphones on, and he is able to talk to you. You see kind of what you're looking at in the TV back there, so he's able to keep an eye on you. You're gonna go get a pair of gloves, and we are, us, Alex, are gonna hop on the train and try to meet the train that your dad is gonna be put on, where they're sending him to Nova Prospect. We're gonna try to intercept it before it gets there at Fairview Junction. I think that's the name of it. And take care of the Combine situation and save your dad. So that is the game plan. We're getting our pair of Russells. And now this is where I think at some point so there's now the HUD on the screen that shows health, resin count. Eventually we'll get ammo, and it'll put ammo as well. So this is the part that I'm going to be curious on, if that's distracting. I have it kind of small at the bottom of the screen. I can make that bigger. I can remove it. So we're going to play a couple videos. Probably everything that I record today, I'm going to leave it on, and then I might post these early and get some feedback and just see if it's distracting. And then I'll record the rest of my videos the way that kind of collectively go. So we now have our Russells. And so here I'm able to see on my gloves the same thing that display is showing, the health. This is right now a resin counter. Once we get ammo, it'll toggle between resin and ammo. It's just that my hands are not always going to be visible in the camera, so that's why having the counter helps. Where I could kind of glance down and look at my gloves, it may not always show
All right, you
in
know
the
how this
recording.
goes. There should be a bunch of junk down there.
So
Aim
we're
at
going to
something with your
practice the
hand open.
gloves. So you'll see how it turns red when I hover
your
over an item. Whenever I find one I want to lock in on, I then do
You've got
the
it. Just a
grip
little flick of the
and then
wrist.
pull it
Try
to
catching
you
it.
and then
Boom.
kind of catch it in the
Try
air.
again.
So you
You're
can do
catching.
it with either
Make a grip.
glove.
That's it. Yep. One more time. That's it. Perfect. We're
I
done.
want that construction
oh
hat.
wait. I almost forgot.
Alex, up here! You're gonna need a gun!
Yes, I am. I don't know if I can catch it. I missed it, of course.
It's unloaded now! Oh, almost forgot. Guns need ammo.
They do.
Here you go.
I missed it, of course. Alright, so now I got that in the gun. And now you can see the ammo counter is on my glove. It's 0 right now because the only magazine I have is in here. You'll also see there's hash marks on here. That's for one in the chamber and then the magazine. So you can also kind of see a visual representation of how much ammo you have left. So we're now supposed to practice. I might get a little bit of practice in. He'll give you some additional ammo just to get used to the gun.
Russell, I'm out.
So he'll give you some more.
Here you go.
Thank you. That was way too far. All right. Let me try to see if I can get... There we go there. I'm gonna shoot up there with those bottles. All right. All right. Oh, I
Hey,
have to get
Russell?
the last one out.
I'm out again.
Hands up!
Thank you. Nope. Alright. It won't let you store any from him. He'll only give you one for the gun. I know there was a way to trick it, but I'm not worried about it. So now we gotta shoot the lock.
Oh, you took care of that lock then.
I
Good.
did.
Great. Did have the key for it.
Well, you
but
didn't
should have
tell
given
us.
You that. That's on me.
Yep, that is on you. Okay, so now is the part where you kind of take your time with the game. You look for any ammo. You store it in your backpack. You can only store full magazines, and so here's where it starts the counter of ammo. On my glove, I see 10. You also want to look for resin. I don't think you actually get any until you arrive at the place you're going, but I still always check, just because you never know when game developers will kind of hide some on you. Okay, can you not sprint? I guess not. You also can get rid of your gun. You press in the right joystick, and then you can move it between gun or just your hand. And then you want to do the mantle thing, which is push and hold. Oh wait, no, that's not what I want to do. Okay, right, like that. Okay. And I need to push this in. That is not the easiest.
All right.
Okay,
here we
we're
go.
on the train.
Next stop, Fairview Junction.
Yep.
Thanks, Russell.
And good luck, Alex. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Obviously, just to let you know, I am still here, though.
I know.
All right. We're now at the quarantine zone, so next chapter. And you know what? Let me
Hello, Alex?
see.
We might have a problem. Probably nothing to worry about, but... Did the train stop?
It did.
It stopped, didn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, what happened?
It's jammed. When the Combine shut down the quarantine zone, they must have tightened security.
Which means?
Yeah, you're nowhere near Fairview Junction. You're just outside the QZ. And this is as far as we get by train.
Then I'm headed on foot.
Good. I'll see if I can get you in some other way.
All right. So, it alludes that you had been traveling on a train for a while, and then it stopped. And so now we have to go, if you remember Russell's kind of board map, we were going to meet all the way where your dad is. We broke down well before that, so now we have to go the rest of the way on foot to meet where your dad's train is going to be.
I got a dead zombie here. I thought the Combine sealed up the QZ.
This one must have squirted out. I've heard they've had trouble with barnacle spores outside the containment area, but not about fellas like this.
Probably not a one-off then.
I doubt it.
All right. So, kind of just taking your time to explore, look around, look for resin, look for ammo, and I'm just also enjoying the site. This just looks really cool in VR. I know recording on flat screen never really captures what it looks like in VR, so I always just like to enjoy it when I'm watching VR, like in the game. Okay, and so here's where it teaches you resin. So this is what resin looks
Would you
like.
look at that? Resin. And if there's resin around here, there should be a Combine
And
fabricator.
you'll see...
Keep an eye out.
Oh.
We might be able to upgrade your firepower a bit.
So you collect resin to help you build it up for whenever you get to gun upgrade stations. So you try to find as many as possible because then you can upgrade your gun faster. Okay. We're going to go ahead and shoot that one. And open this. And there's a lovely rat down there. And we don't have a flashlight yet. They give us one later. So for now, it's probably a little dark. I'm sure I'm going to have to lighten the video when I go to edit it. Just because these always come through a little darker. I'm kind of just looking around. So when my daughter would play this, she would carry around a bucket because you only can store like 2 health injector pens and like grenades that you get later. So you get a lot of them in the area. You just can't carry them all. So she would put them all in the bucket and carry the bucket with us. And it actually worked really good. I just always find it annoying to carry something like this. Also, later you'll get lids that you can use to deflect the head crabs from jumping at you. So just some different tips and tricks. But for now, I'm kind of just looking in the buckets for resin. You also have to kind of get back in the groove of this. You also have to kind of look up above the ductwork and just see if there's anything up there that's in hiding. Again, usually they put resin up there, but every now and then they'll have ammo hidden as well. Okay. Alright, so you're switching to your
I think I can
multi-tool.
reroute this with my multi-tool.
Your what?
It's a tool with multiple functions. So, you know, multi-tool.
Alex, that thing's incredible. You need
Yes,
an incredible brand name. Something that really sells it.
Okay,
Who
so
am I
we
gonna sell
need
it
to
to?
get
The
power
Combine's not going
rerouted
to be here forever.
to
You
the
should be thinking
door.
about the future, Alex.
So we're going to change that.
Well, how about I call it the Alyx?
It's a little derivative of the Russell, but yeah, provisionally,
go.
sure. The Alex.
Yeah, the Alyx.
Alright. So anytime I go to a new area, I first look around for danger. Make sure there's no zombies around, or like they don't bring the head crabs out until later. There is a resin up there, and I got it stuck down there. We'll get it in them.
A health station.
Actually, let me go ahead and get that so I don't lose it.
The Combine use these. Are they safe for people?
Yeah, I use them all the time.
Are you sure?
Yeah, they're great. Look, honestly, just pull the handle and put your hand in there.
Okay. So this teaches us our health station. You can see we're down to like 1.5 hearts, if even that. You have a bug in there. And now our health is at 100.
Hey, you were right. These are great.
All right, so that is how you restore your health, in addition to health injector pens that we don't get until later. And kind of continuing on, these, you want to, I think, are these the ones you break or no? I might be thinking of other ones. Yeah, not those, unless I'm just not throwing it down hard enough. And okay, nothing in there. Okay. So tap to quickly switch. Okay. Gotcha. So instead of having to go and choose, you can just tap it and it'll change between your gun and your hands. That's good to know. Okay. I think we looked at everything. So we have to pick up heavy objects with both hands. And let me move that out of the way. Okay, so we need 2 hands to move this. Okay, get my gun back in my hands. So kind of just teaching you the controls, getting you used to looking around, hunting for everything before they start throwing all the enemies your way and all the other craziness that this game does. And again, just kind of moving things, trying to just make sure there's nothing hidden. If you can find all of the resin, then if I remember right, I think you're able to afford the second upgrade at the first station you get to. So that's another reason I'm taking so much time to look, is because I remember we found quite a bit. But I'm not seeing any here. All right, we're gonna shoot that.
Oh, careful of that barnacle, Alyx.
Okay, so barnacles are kind of a well, first you can see they're a monster creature, or whatever you want to call them. If you get caught in the tongue, and you know what, this reminds me, I don't like being pulled up. I know it's probably fine, but I just don't. So you have options to not be lifted if you get caught in them. So I'm going to leave that off, which it'll still kill you. It just won't actually pull you up. I will do the climbing ladders on. So I do prefer to turn that off. So it'll basically kill you, but it won't pull you up there physically. So you could either waste a round of ammo shooting them, and then there's usually resin or magazines that'll drop out, or you avoid them by walking around, or you throw something there and have them bring it up, and then that way you can get other stuff while it's not out there, and then eventually it comes back down. So you can kind of trick it and get around it that way. And then you don't have to waste the ammo on it.
How'd you meet my dad, anyway? You guys work together at Black Mesa, right?
Yeah, well, no. Tricky place to get a job at, actually. I interviewed at Black Mesa. They said try again in a year. I don't need to tell you what happened after that. Lucky break for me, really. Not a lot of
shoot.
survivors.
I teleported.
Honestly, it's a miracle.
Oh,
you
okay, I
and your dad got
teleported
out of
through.
there.
Okay. I was gonna say, I thought I did the teleport thing, and I was worried it brought me backwards where I was gonna get caught up with it. So we need the resin. Come here. And then let's see if there's anything else. I don't see anything else back there. We will bring this for the barnacle. And let me have my gun out. So this part, usually you can just avoid them, but there's one right by the entrance to the train. So I am going to go around here. And then, let's see. So you end up needing to go that way. You can kind of escape them by going that route there. So I think I'm going to just shoot that one there. Is it 3 shots? Yeah, 3 shots. And there is a magazine there. And then I think I'm going to shoot one more. So again, you're wasting ammo, but it's kind of giving you the extra peace of mind. And I'm going to wait to change it until I use that last round. So we're going to go up here. I'm trying to do the mantle thing. It just is not easy to do. Do I just push it forward and down? Like it's... Oh, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to go up there. There we go. And that's another reason why I shot them, is because as I'm getting used to the whole mantle thing, I did not want to accidentally bring myself into their sides. So we're past that part. I see the resin there. I'm gonna get my gun back on. There's resin over there, which I think we'll be able to get to when we go around. Ammo. And we're just, again, exploring. And again, I kind of take my time, and I don't usually speed run games. I kind of enjoy playing them. So we're going to go over here, get some more resin. And I think that's another thing with me being on story mode, is I think they give me a lot more ammo. This is funny.
Oh, do you need a minute?
Just looking for ammo.
I mean, I could pause the feed.
Just looking, Russ.
That's funny. I like Russell. It's kind of nice to have him in your ear. It kind of gives you a companion as you go through all of this. So I like the character Russell. All right, I don't see any barnacles around, so we don't need to be cautious moving. I'm kind of just looking. They'll usually put them in these little concrete pipes. And there is no way to sprint. The button that usually sprints in games is what has you crouch. So that's the only downside. Unless it's just another key or like another button that I just don't know yet. So you'll see there's this end cap in there. And so I think that's where we're going. We need to get that to open up so we can go inside the tunnel. That I think is the train tunnel that our train was stopped from going through, I think. If I followed the storyline correctly. All right, and before we go there, I want to go explore. I think there's one under the house. You know what? I might see if I can speed up the walking pace. Is that an option? Height adjust. Oh, you know what? Okay, seated play. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Speed, volume. Okay, I guess there isn't. All right, interesting. I just didn't know if there was a way to speed it up. I feel like I'm walking so slow, but it is what it is. All right, yep, right over there. Let's see if I can... There we go. All right, and we're gonna eventually go that way. We came from there, and I think that is it from there. Yep, okay. All right, we're gonna just continue down here.
I take it the quarantine zone is behind this hatch?
Yeah, that's where they keep it.
I'll look around for a control panel to open it up.
Nice, lovely dead zombie. At least they're dead. I will take it. Move this underneath him.
Ugh.
There we go. Okay. And there's ammo there. Have my gun in my hand. And of course we gotta loot the office. I saw the resin in there. There we go. Okay, not there. I don't see any there. Getting through all this. Oh, I should also be paying better attention for the barnacles. I just assume that I'm in a building and we're fine, and that is not always a good assumption. Alright. Okay. So there is the control panel to get that open. And here is a bug that you could use as a health station. So sometimes they'll have the bugs separate and you can store them in your wrist. This one you can't take out. And my health is at 100, so I don't need it. So I'm gonna just leave it be. But that is there if you had hurt yourself and you need to. And we're gonna open these little boxes, and they always have a puzzle that you have to solve, and you have to move one blue to the other without crossing any of the red lines. I got it. There we go. Okay. There we go. And obviously they start out easy and get harder as
You know,
go.
Russell, now that I'm walking into the quarantine zone, it just hit me. I don't know anything about the quarantine zone.
Well, actually, the word quarantine comes from the Italian 40 giorni, which means 40 days, the period that all ships were required to be isolated before crew could go ashore during the Black Death.
All right. Cool.
That's the control panel. They've probably scrambled the circuit. But considering no one would be dumb enough to open the hatch, it shouldn't be too hard to put back.
Okay, so we used our tool to open that. We now need to figure out how to work this machine. So we pull this out. And we have to put this thing in there. And then it unlocks those. And now we need to line these up where that goes through these weird things. So that thing right there. And there we go. So now I think it should open on its own. Yes, and there we go.
Haha! There we go, finally.
I just said
I'm
that.
gonna head in. How far is Fairview Junction?
You'll go through the old subway tunnels on your way to the train yard.
Have they started moving Dad yet?
I don't think so, which is good news because we've still got time.
Good. That's great.
Or bad news because they've already killed him. And you don't need to move a corpse, you just bury it. Or burn it. Still there, Alex?
Of course. All right. I think I'm at a good stopping point. We just unlocked the opening to the old subway tunnels, I always said, or train tunnel, whatever this is. We're gonna go in there to go make our way to the train yard where your dad is. And we're gonna start our adventure. I'm gonna end this video here.